Hey guys, Kyle Manzano from Manzano Munitions. So we just got back from the range. We shot this new HK VP9A1. We had about 500 to 1,000 rounds through it. Thing shot really well, actually. So I was really surprised with the trigger. We brought this gun out to the Golden Bullet champion up in Richmond. When we were there was a couple guys that came up to us and they were trying the trigger out just in dry fire, and said that it reminded them of their Langdon Tactical VP9. So I thought that was pretty cool to hear, because obviously sometimes you get these stock triggers out of the box and they're not that great. Before we even actually put any rounds through it, we brought it up to the championship, the Golden Bullet, and people were saying that. So we actually went out to the range yesterday. We put about 500 to 1,000 rounds through it, and the trigger felt amazing. The recoil impulse felt slightly softer than a Glock. A couple things that people have been asking us, such as what is the difference between the VP9, what HK is calling it the A0 versus the A1, the new one. Main things are the trigger. It is now a Teflon nickel coated trigger bar, the extended magazine release, the paddle that they have on both sides to make it ambi. There's more grip inserts on this one for more customization and just options that people have. The serrations, there's more serrations on the front and the rear compared to the A0. Outside of that though, it is the same irons and it's the same barrel. The only difference really you're gonna feel is a lot of quality of life things. Really, when you're shooting, the trigger is a lot easier to manipulate. Gets to the wall. Once you're on the wall, there's a slight pressure and a very clean break. The reset, it's very minimal, it's very tactile. Yeah, the trigger was great. The extended magazine release for the paddle, there is a little bit of a flare compared to the A0 in the magwell, so it has a little bit more of a magwell flare versus the A0. It's kind of like the difference between a Gen 3 Glock and a Gen 5 Glock, just slightly enhanced at the bottom there. And then again, the serrations, both in the front and in the rear, makes it a lot easier to be able to grab onto the gun when you're trying to manipulate it. So this one still has the California magazine disconnect, right? So you take the magazine out, nothing's in the gun, the trigger will not pull. You need to put the mag in the gun, the trigger is then able to be fired. No mag, doesn't work. So the magazine disconnect is still in this gun, but there is no manual safety. That was a concern that some people had, was that with the new A1s that there would have to be a manual safety to be on the roster. No manual safety. It's still ambidextrous for both the mag release and the slide release, the slide lock. Alright guys, so overall, really happy with the trigger. That's honestly the biggest thing from this, and the recoil impulse that I was surprised with. The trigger feels really good on these things. The backup iron sights, they are they're blacked out rear, blacked out front, so they're kind of not personally my preference. I do like these if I'm running them co-witness with a red dot, but if I am gonna run iron sights, I prefer either having like an orange or yellow front, like the Trijicon HDXRs, like that kind of style. But overall, really happy with this thing. I'm excited to put a dot on it. I'm gonna throw a Trijicon and a mod line on there and see how long it's gonna take for us to break it. Alright guys, so overall, really happy with this. I'm really excited to see these be ran and just kind of see how long they last without any kind of maintenance or any kind of issues. I haven't had a lot of people coming, I haven't had anyone come to the shop and have issues with the original A1s, I'm sorry, the A0s. So I don't think there's gonna be any problems with the A1s. But thank you very much again, HK, for sending this to us. I think we're the first dealer in California to have these, so thank you very much for trusting us in our opinion and the T&E process that we had. And hopefully you guys will be seeing these in the next couple months. If you guys want to stop by Manzano Munitions, we're gonna have it up on the wall for you guys to check out.